This is James Crenshaw, Associate Superintendent for Student Services for Flower Bluff ISD. We want to welcome you back to the new school year. We're super excited. And as part of that, we want to make sure you have the information that you need for coming into the school district. We know that traffic is really heavy, especially those first weeks. This first slide is just to remind you of the Flower Bluff ISD school zones, and also to remind you that there's no cell phone use in these school zones, so please put your cell phone up. And this next slide here is about the intersection at Waldron and Hustlin' Hornet Drive. It's one of the areas of the largest issues for congestion. It is well marked there along Hustlin' Hornet, and as you can see, there's 2 lanes, one for turning left and one for turning right. So just be real cognizant of that lane change there and get in the lane that you want as you're exiting the district, and it will help a lot. Right here where you see the second blue arrow is where the second lane changes to be able to open up for a right-hand turn lane. Also, the city's done a really good job at marking this area, and there are some places where you are allowed to park. You're not allowed to stay in these areas, but you can park down here on the right-hand side as you're coming down Hustlin' Hornet and wait for your child there. We hope that this makes a difference for you here, just being able to be aware of that. I want to show you too, kind of a 10,000-foot view of the district. This is Waldron Road, Hustlin' Hornet, Laguna Shores, and Graham Road. This kind of makes a rectangle that encompasses the entire district. So with that in mind, we're going to talk to you a little bit about maybe some alternate ideas about getting into the district. You can come down Hustlin' Hornet and Laguna Shores and then down Graham Road and exit this way. And you don't have to turn back down Waldron to exit the district, and in fact, it's usually the busiest street. So that's just something to keep in mind. When you're approaching the ECC, it's always good to approach from Flower Bluff Drive. There's generally less traffic that way. Coming in from Glen Oak is a great way to come in the district, especially if you're going to the high school in that area. So if you come in down Glen Oak Drive, as we've indicated here, and then left on Waldron, there's really a lot less traffic this way, especially if you're headed to the high school or to athletics in that area. So I highly recommend, if you're coming in those areas, to come in from Flower Bluff Drive, and then you could also come in from Yorktown in that same direction.
Hello, Flower Bluff ISD. My name is Joseph Guidry. I'm the Executive Director of Operations at Flower Bluff ISD. I help oversee several departments to include transportation. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for your continued support to our district, to our kids, and to our community. I did want to provide you with a couple of updates. As we are well aware, school starts next week, and we want to make sure that our kids are safe. So a couple of things we want to kind of update you with, making sure that or remind you that if your students are eligible to ride the bus, we ask that they be at the bus stop at least 5 minutes prior to the bus getting there. This is going to ensure that we can make sure we get our kids safely on the bus and get them to school on time as well. Secondly, if your student is eligible to ride the bus, we ask that we encourage them to ride the bus. We want to make sure that as we know, around Flower Bluff ISD, traffic could get a little bumpy, could get a little messy. But if we could have all our kids riding the bus if they're eligible, it's going to help reduce that traffic and help the commute for the entire area. And lastly, if you decide for your child to ride the school bus, we encourage you to go to www.flowerbluffschools.net, head over to the transportation link, and once you get there, you're going to see information for transportation so you may register your child.